The novel of a narrow novelist here is a long, powerful, and deeply heart-touching novel on the imitation of Christ written in a rich, emotional, and spiritual storytelling style. The Imitation of Christ, a journey of a soul becoming like the Master. Prologue. The whisper in the dark. The night was quiet, yet his heart was loud. Daniel sat on the edge of his bed, his head buried in his hands. The room was dim, lit only by a flickering bulb that seemed to struggle just as much as he did. Life had not turned out the way he expected. Dreams were broken. Relationships had faded. Faith had grown weak. He whispered into the silence, "Lord, where are you?" And then, deep within his spirit, a voice, gentle yet firm, whispered back, "Follow me." Not to comfort, not to ease his pain, but to transform him. Chapter 1. The Call to Die. The next morning, Daniel opened his dusty Bible. His eyes fell on a verse. "If any man will come after me, let him deny himself, and take up his cross daily, and follow me." He paused. Deny himself, take up a cross. He had always prayed for blessings, breakthroughs, and favor, but this sounded like surrender. That day, something shifted. He realized that following Christ was not about convenience. It was about crucifixion of self. That was the beginning. Chapter 2. The Breaking. Imitation began with breaking. God started stripping away everything. Daniel relied on his pride, his ambitions, even his desire to be seen and applauded. He lost opportunities. Friends misunderstood him. Doors closed. At first, he cried in frustration, "Why is everything falling apart?" But slowly, he began to see. Nothing was falling apart. Everything was being refined. Just like gold passes through fire, Daniel's heart was being purified. Chapter 3. Learning silence. Daniel used to defend himself whenever people spoke against him. But one day, after being falsely accused at work, he felt that same whisper again. "Be still." It hurt. He wanted to explain, to fight back, to prove himself right. But instead, he stayed silent. That night, tears rolled down his face, not from defeat, but from surrender. For the first time, he tasted what it meant to imitate Christ, the one who was accused yet remained silent. And in that silence, he found peace deeper than vindication. Chapter 4. Love without reward. One of the hardest lessons came unexpectedly. Daniel met a man named Joseph, a difficult, ungrateful, and often rude neighbor. Despite Daniel's kindness, Joseph responded with insults and coldness. One day, Daniel prayed, "Lord, why should I love someone who gives nothing back?" The answer came swiftly. "Did I love you because you deserved it?" That question pierced his soul. From that day, Daniel began to love differently, not expecting appreciation, not seeking recognition. He gave, even when it hurt. And slowly, his heart became softer, deeper, more like Christ's. Chapter 5. The Hidden Life. Daniel's transformation was not loud. There were no crowds, no applause, no public recognition.
Yours is the kingdom, yours is the power, yours is the glory forever. Amen. Yours is the kingdom, yours is the power.